So let me ask you this question. How many of you have trouble with your pitch shots or wedge shots? I mean, you just can't hit them solid, hit the ball where you want it to go, the direction. It's just one of the toughest shots for you in your bag when you have that hit a long drive and then you hit a pitch shot and it missed the green. How many? On the other hand, how many have trouble hitting the driver? Can hit the irons, can't hit the driver. Well, guess what? I've said this a million times, but I'm going to say it again. Same swing. And I'm going to show you how it's the same swing. So come on back and we'll get right to it. So here we are on the first tee. Got out your driver. You're a good driver. You're a confident driver. Just want to smooth one down there. Nice and simple. Bingo. Right down the middle of the fairway. Great shape. You got a wedge left to the green. Uh-oh. Oh my God. How can I have a wedge? Can it be a 7-iron or a 6-iron? No, it's a wedge. And you're shaking your head saying, I dread this shot. Well, I want to tell you of a little drill that I do when I first come out to the range. Right now, before we get to that wedge shot. Because of my stiffness, many of you know that I was born with cerebral palsy, but because of my stiffness, when I first go to the range, it takes me, I don't know, 30 shots before I could hit one like I'm ready to play. 30 shots I got to hit. And the old rule used to be, take out a wedge, take out a short iron, like the pros, hit the wedge, hit the 8-iron, hit the 7, work up until you get to the driver. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm doing something a little different. I'm getting my balls teed up, and I can't move because I'm stiff, so I'm just doing one of these with every ball I got until I start hitting it a little bit. That's it. That's just a little swing. And of course, to the other people on the range, it looks really funny because I'm just stroking out my driver. Just stroking it out to get loose. I'm tight as a drum. I got nothing. I'm just doing that. That's all I'm doing. Nothing more than that. Just slapping it out there. Slapping it out there. But I'm making a good pivot. I'm keeping over the ball. Not going far. Not swinging hard. And yet I'm hitting that ball, I don't know, 120. Just, I'm not even loose yet. So you're saying to yourself, well, if I'm not even loose yet, how am I hitting the ball 120 with that kind of driver swing? How do you do that? Well, if you're a regular person and you don't have spastic muscles like I do, you probably don't need to warm up much, but I do. So how am I getting the power? Where's the power coming from? Well, I'm letting my body get out of the way so the hands and wrists can hit it. Let the body out of the way so your hands can hit it. And also, when I'm coming down, and I've said this a million times, you read it in my book that's out, come down, you're coming in here, and it's a boom. You're coming in here, and it's a boom. I'll take a shot from behind me to show you. But here's another one. You know, I'm just slapping it out there, and I'm getting timing. I'm getting a little timing with it. Just slapping it out there. That was on the heel. It doesn't matter. I'm loosening up. And I know a lot of you are going to say, but Tony, you got a short swing anyway. Doesn't matter how long or short your swing is. I'm only hitting this shot 20%. That's all I'm doing. And you know how on the driver, you have a tendency not to break the wrist right away until the right arm is tucked. And then you come down, you keep it tucked, let the hands take over. Well, for this shot, I'm actually just letting the right elbow come right in and hitting it. Sound familiar? Like a pitch shot. That went like 160. I'm getting looser, but it takes me 20 shots to get there. But notice that swing I just took. I'll put it in slow motion, but notice that swing I just took. Ooh, that's like a pitch shot. And yet, my driver, 160. If I could do that with a driver, you know, that has like a, well, drivers have all kinds of lofts. My loft is more on this one. This is a mini driver from Callaway, by the way. People ask me about my clubs. I'm going to do a video about what I got in my bag. But I use a mini driver from Callaway, and I jack it up to 14 so I get height on the ball and more distance. So now it's time for my pitch shot or my wedge shot. So what's so different about it? I get up to the ball just as I would my driver. You can make believe in your head that this is your driver. I don't change my ball position much, maybe have it just a little bit back, but like I've always said, my right thumb is really at the ball or just behind the ball, right? And it's a little wedge shot, and I do the same swing right here, boom. And it's still coming from the inside. It goes back a little bit on the inside, and it comes back through inside out. So that's how you don't hit a wedge like this, come straight down. No. You hit it fat, or chunk it, you know, or maybe thin it. You want to come with power right in here with your wedge, right in here, right in here. See stock photos of Lee Trevino or Ben Hogan, right in here, or Bobby Jones. And that's how you hit your wedge, inside out. So, and the thing is, you don't have the pressure of having to kill this thing. I mean, if you got to kill the wedge to get it to your target, guess what? Take your 9-iron out. Hit a 3/4 9-iron. You got it? Good. Never push your clubs. If your clubs are screaming in your hands, please don't push me on this shot. Don't. Don't. Just hit it nice and easy. That's all you got to do. That's how you play a good game of golf, a consistent game of golf. Nothing different there than what I did with my driver. Perhaps, let me correct myself, perhaps because of the shortness of the club, I broke the wrist a little earlier with the wedge. But you don't have to do that either. That one there is possibly you have a lie that's down a little deeper into the turf. Even though you're in the fairway, you got a little tighter lie, and you may want to hit that shot with a divot. And notice how much divot I took. I didn't take a, you know, what's that commercial? It's a nice pelt? No, I don't take a pelt. I just compress the ball enough so, and I take it just roughs up the grass a little bit, and there's no divot. It just disintegrates the grass on the top. That's all. You just have to compress the ball. That's all you have to do. Don't go for these big, giant, whew, huge divots. That's not good. First of all, it's not good for your body or your wrists. But second of all, it's not good. If you're out there taking huge divots with your irons, you have to adjust your distance from the ball. You might be standing too close to the ball. But anyway, I'm getting off track here. Now, we have a good lie, and we want to hit this higher. We're not going to come off like this. We're not going to come off like this. That's for the driving shot. We're going to come off almost just exactly like the driver. No wrist brake, then brake up here, and that should give us loft on the shot. Same thing. No wrist brake coming off. And that hits it a lot higher. See? That's where you hit the thing. So the only difference in the swings between your wedge, your pitch shot, and your driver is what the length of the club does for you. Of course, you're standing further away with the driver, and it's going to flatten out the swing a little more, and you're going to feel inside out a little more. Whereas the wedge is going to feel, yeah, it's more upright, but still, when the legs come into the shot, you're still going to hit it inside out, even though your club face is going to catch up to where you had it at address position. So your divots shouldn't go to the right, they should go straight at the target line. But here we are. And I'm going to think like I got a wedge, but actually I got my driver. And I'm going to swing good at this one now. I'm loose. I'm going to swing good. No wrist brake coming off the ball. No wrist brake coming off the ball. Nice and smooth. Little hook on that one. And that's the same swing that I did with that club. The only difference, shaft length. And also I'm teeing it up because I have 14 degrees as opposed to a normal wedge loft. That's it. That's it. So if you can hit the driver, you can hit the wedge. And if you can hit the wedge, you can hit the driver. There should be no problem. I hope this helps. I'll change the angle, hit some from the other side, show you what that looks like. But thank you.